After you've had a build course created for you, it should turn up on the front My Courses area for you to work with. Here I've got a demo course which we're going to use now. If I click on the course, it doesn't take me into the course, but it has selected the course. To go into the course, I need to click on Content. This is the standard blank course. You have an overview area, you have an area for bookmarks, an area as a calendar for upcoming events, and the table of contents which will be built as you create different things. To work with a course, you really need to have designed your structure first. You need to have thought about what files you're going to put in. So on your computer, you need to create a folder in which you can have these. I've created a build course folder here. Now, there are two different styles that you can work with. You could work with a timeline base where you have a series of weeks that you're going to progress through, or you might choose to work with a topic base where you have a series of topics and sub-themes within the topic that are not related specifically to a set week. In both cases, you'll probably want to have an assessment folder and a resources folder that is going to be the collection of material. It may be that you've just got a series of different files that you know you want to use. Well, those need to be sorted into the folder structure sitting on your computer first, and once you've got that folder structure and where you want to present that in those folders worked out, then it will be an easy job to upload those into Desire to Learn. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to quickly move some of these things into the different area. So I'm going to work on a timeline basis. A topic base is very much the same. It's just instead of calling it a week, you're going to have a topic and it will spread over a couple of weeks. So I'm going to imagine that I'm going to be using these three things in week 1, and I'm going to be looking at these ones in week 2. This is just random, and then I'm going to be putting these ones here into week 3. So now within my weeks I've got the material that I'm wanting to be able to present to the students. I'm ready to try and create that material on Desire to Learn. Now you'll see though that I've got some files that have rather strange names. What exactly is this? When I'm hovering my mouse over it here, I do actually get a title that pops up. But if I see this just as a number and I present that as a number like that in Desire to Learn, it's pretty meaningless. So it will be much better if I rename this, and the effect of that is when it goes into Desire to Learn, it will already have a name and I won't have to explain it quite so much. So I'm just going to quickly name this Pollutants, and that makes it a little bit easier to understand. If I had a longer name such as this one here, it would actually be probably a little better. So go through and look at your documents and see, well, what exactly are they? This one again is a long number. If I click on it, I might find out what it is. Well, I think actually this one is about a washing machine. Let's open it up, and it's an instruction book for a washing machine. Did I actually want to put that up or not? If I know that it's about a washing machine, then it will be much easier for everybody to know what they're dealing with when they're reading it in Desire to Learn, and whether indeed it should be put into the Desire to Learn course at all. Okay, so we've got our weeks structure over here, week 1, 2 and 3. Let's come back to the course and create some material on the course. So my first module is going to be week 1. I'm going to press enter. I can now add another module. Week 2, you can capitalize those if you want. I'm just going to go very quickly here. Week 3, and I've got my 3 weeks already set up. Let's come back to week 1. Now, week 1 makes life very easy for me. I can just drag and drop my files here if I'm using a Chrome browser. I'm in Google Chrome here. If I'm using Internet Explorer, this drag and drop feature won't work. If I come back to week 1, I'm going to take my 3 items and drag them into this green area, and it will go ahead and upload those for me. So it will just take a moment because I'm working on wireless. There we are. It's got my content there, and you see, because we've got now a proper name here, I can already see and know a little bit about what this one is. If I wish to, I could add a description So I can come in here and I can add a description that tells me a little bit about this particular document. Let's just scroll down and go update, and that's now sitting underneath so that when people are able to see it, the document here, they'll get to see a bit more information about it. Now if we go into the document, sorry, I'm going to have to go click as a student here, so I'll just go view topic. It will go in and open up my PDF directly in the window, and I can scroll through and have a look at it. Students will also be presented with some save areas here, and they have the ability to download and send to binder, which we'll look at in another video. So in week 1 I already have 3 lots of material here. Likewise I go to week 2 and I've got my 3 things that I'm wanting to load. So using the Chrome browser makes it much easier because we can just drag and drop. I'll use the upload feature for week 3. So there are my 3 things. If they are in the wrong order, I just drag and move them to the new place that I want to have them. So I want these 2 PDFs in front. So it's a drag and drop feature. Week 3. Here we are in week 3 and I've got these items. Now in this case I'm going to use the new and upload files, which is the way we'd be doing it with Internet Explorer. Again, I could drag and drop because I'm in Chrome, but I'm wanting to use the upload feature. So I'm going to click, and then I'm going to have to go and find where those are. And in this case, I've been building this on the desktop. So I'll go and find my week 3. Those are the ones that I want. Those are the ones I'm going to highlight. And I'm going to click on upload, and then it's uploading them as a file set of names that it's recognized rather than using the drag and drop feature. So in this case I've got an MP4 going up, a Word document, and I'm just going to click on add. So here are my items. This is the simplest way of getting material into your areas. Now if you've got specific things that you wanted to add, for example hyperlinks to a web page, you'd use this create link area here, or if you're wanting to put things in a particular way, you might want to write a bit of a text box and then insert a video inside it. We'll look at those in more detail in another video. At the moment we're looking at the simplest way of getting some material directly into Desire to Learn. Okay, so if we find that we've got something that we think is in the wrong place, for example I've got dinosaur dig here, let's just open that up briefly. It's opened as a Word document but embedded into Desire to Learn. So it's just taking a moment to work out what it's going to do with it. If I wish to download the file as a Word document and work on it, I'd be clicking on this little arrow down here. Well, that's what the students would do. Okay, so we've just got a simple Word document here that was used as an example. Let's come back, and if I think that that is in the wrong place, I want that in week 2 rather than in week 3, I can drag it across to week 2 and it'll appear in the front position, and I can move it to where I want within that week. So that's the simple and easiest way of getting material into Desire to Learn. Drag and drop using the Chrome browser or use the upload button within Internet Explorer. But the key to this is setting up first your structure on your computer. You have to have this anyway because this is what you're going to be putting into EnDrive at the end of the semester. So work out your folder structure, where you're going to be putting things, and load them up directly from that folder to Desire to Learn once you've got it sorted out. In another video we'll look at assessments that we can put in and other resources. Thank you.